Hi and welcome to this video. My name's Ken and I run a company called Tailored Learning Solutions. We are a learning company doing a lot of our training courses face to face, and since the pandemic we've had to convert a lot of that learning onto online platforms. And for today's video I'm going to show you a way of using Zoom to application share with your learners, meaning your learners can take control of a system or an application you want them to be able to use exactly the same way as you would do face to face. So I can show them some things in the online space, hand over control to one of the learners, and they can repeat those steps and I can check and test that particular knowledge. Great for systems training, especially with more people working from home. As the host, you can connect with one of your team members and let them have a practice of using a system so you can sign them off if you have a sign-off procedure. Very quickly on my setup, I've got my main laptop and I'm signed in as a host. I have a second laptop down here and I've created a separate account, meaning I can sign in as a learner. A really good tip if you are going to be testing the functionality of systems in Zoom, you can see it as the learner and as the host. The application we're going to use today is Microsoft Word, so nothing fancy, just to give you an idea of how this is going to work. The last thing you need to know about application sharing is this only works if the learners are signed in on a system that has a keyboard and a mouse. So a laptop or a PC is fantastic. If they're signed in on a tablet or on a mobile phone, you may not be able to use this functionality. Certainly, as I've been testing this, I've signed in on my phone a couple of times and I cannot access the remote control for those learners because that's what you're handing over. You're handing remote control of the mouse and keystrokes to people in the room. First thing we need to do then, once we've got all that set up, I've got the application open on my desktop and I am going to start with a very simple screen share. So when I open up screen share, you'll be able to see the desktops, anything that you can share with your learners and making sure that it is the application that you want to share with them. So let's click the Microsoft Word, click share, and now as you're probably familiar with this, the learners will be able to see what you've shared on their system. And as the host, I can type and they will be able to see this on their screen. But let's say we've done a couple of things and let's say we want to hand over control now to one of the learners to try this out. What you'll be looking for in your toolbar is the remote control. Now, remote control, as we've said, hands over the control to one of your learners. As the host, you can select that. So click remote control on the toolbar, and I'm going to hand control over to Ken's second laptop. So it's now telling me that it's waiting to take control. What I've got to do as the learner is just to tap on the screen. So once I tap on the screen, you'll see now Ken's second laptop is controlling your screen. So let me move this toolbar out of the way. And you'll be able to see as I'm moving the laptop mouse pad, you can see the cursor moving around. And once I'm ready to start, let me just hand that over. Sometimes a little bit fiddly. You can then start to type on the second laptop and it's as if you are in the room. And you can get access to all the same features. It doesn't matter if they've got the application downloaded on their laptop or not. The fact is the host you are sharing it, they are simply remote controlling a screen like we've seen remote controls done when we've needed IT help or anything like that. They're simply connected to your system. And the other good thing is they are contained within the application you've shared. So if you share your desktop, they can get access to anything that you've placed on your desktop, including probably the menu bar, especially if you're using a Mac, they can get access to the menu bar as well. So make sure you share the application that you want them to use. And you can do the highlighting, you can do any type of functionality within that application. Once you're ready, you can stop the sharing and that will just go back to the home screen like this. Hope that's been useful for you. Have a play around with it. There's some great uses for this. It can get a little bit fiddly because as the host and the learner, you both can take control. So when you have given control over to your learner, as the host, you can always take that back. One of the other little features that you can do is the learners can request control. So if you're in a team meeting and collaborating on a document and somebody wants to alter something, it could be quicker for them to take access rather than try and talk you through what needs changing. So the learner can send a message to you as the host requesting remote control access, and you can grant or decline that. Hopefully that video has been useful to you. Please do check out some of the other ones that we've done, especially around Zoom, and looking forward to seeing you again at some point soon. Take care.